Hello everyone! I will be doing my best to drop some thoughts every week as 2 new episodes of Fionna and Cake come out. So to any people watching this review in the future, I am making this video with the knowledge of only the first 2 episodes. So let's just get right into this fantastic 2-part opener to the rest of the series that was filled with fun, but also magic, madness, and sadness. Fionna and Cake starts with a bunch of anime references, Sailor Moon being the most recognizable, and the rat bus I assume is based on Studio Ghibli's Totoro. But this sequence feels like a dream pretty much immediately, and it was. So I thought it went on for a little bit too long, but I'm pretty much just nitpicking at this point. I did really like the face Fionna makes as she's being woken up by her BMO alarm clock. You can really see that desire to just stay in this world a little longer as she drowns back into her reality. The musical intro for the episode Fionna Campbell was phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be singing that to myself all the time because it's catchy as hell. But also solidarity to all those people who listened to the song and were like, oh my god, she's like me, for real.
Every time I leave my room, I wanna die.
Yeah, it's not exactly a great thing to relate to. But yes, amazing, fantastic opening. Really captured that feeling of trying to keep going despite the depression and existential ennui. To lighten the mood a bit, let's talk about how freaking adorable Cake is as a non-magical cat. I really appreciated all the different noises that Cake made because cats make so many various assortments of noises depending on the cat, and some of the ones Cake makes definitely reminded me of the cat I currently live with.
Whoa, hey, buddy.
In short, I loved all the humor and all the interactions with Cake, and it might actually get a little awkward because I might miss the non-magical Cake when magical Cake enters the series. Although, who knows exactly what's going on there? Because Fiona's world has a lot of weird, nonsensical geometry to it. Crosswalks looking like this, bricks missing from buildings. Magic Woman's hat there certainly makes me think of things. Is Fiona's world itself a dream? It doesn't seem to be your standard alternate reality. I mean, the Betty statue. The Betty statue!
It underwent a renovation 12 years ago.
Who's the statue of?
Don't know, dude.
Is this the Fionna and Cake dreamscape in Simon's head, but maybe stripped of all magic? Because it existed when Ice King was around, but then the Ice Crown's magic was reset when Betty merged with Golb, and was that event supposed to have happened 12 years ago? Because the mention of
12 years ago.
seems oddly specific, don't you think? Yeah, this is a fuck ton of foreshadowing, people. There is so much foreshadowing going on so early into the first episode. I friggin' love it. So I am not going to be going over every single gender-swapped and human version of the characters we know and love, but I do have to point out Fern? That is Fern, right? Who else would have that luxurious head of flower-filled hair but Fern?
I dream about being a banana.
Mine's too messed up to even talk about.
It's a bit odd though, because then Fionna and Fern would have identical faces in universe. But whatever, this might be Ice King's dream anyway. And the credits do indeed confirm in the featured voices section that this was Fern. Also, is that Leaf Woman? Is that motherfucking Leaf Woman? Hell yeah! Oh, and I almost forgot, this was
A mummy!
Fionna taking off her pants in defiance was the moment where I was like, okay, I can see this is listed as adult animation when I came here to watch this on HBO Max or whatever the hell it's called these days. I see you're sneaking in some more adult-oriented humor here and there. Earlier we had Fionna drinking wine, and then shortly later she says, damn, and of course the mummy already said Jesus. I think it's okay. It's in small doses so far. It's fine. I personally have no problem with it as of right now. I do think using made-up slang and curses packs way more of a comedic punch. Words like tranch being used as an insult, I think that's way funnier. But the PG-13 rated curse words didn't detract from my experience either. By the way, back to the topic of the mummy and the heard of but not seen gender-swapped humanized Hudson Abadir.
Me and her aren't really talking right now.
These people appear to control multiple companies in this world based off the advertisements on the bus. Miss Abadir is a landlord, the apartment mill sort, I'd imagine, so fuck her, but these are very neat little details about the universe that add a lot of flavor. The Marshall and Gary and Butterscotch stuff was amusing, but I don't have much to say about it. Seems like Fionna might have started a chain reaction by giving Gary's snack to Marshall that will butterfly effect into them hooking up later. I really liked seeing all these characters. The time spent here did not feel like filler, and special shout out to the lemon grabs, cause come on, I gotta.
Sit! I command you to sit!
In my predictions video about the Fionna and Cake series, I said the following. I'm hoping this format provides plenty of time to flesh out and further differentiate Fionna and Cake from their prime counterparts, and it would be really sweet if I could come away actually caring about the alternate Land of Ooo Fionna and Cake come from. Well, I already care about these characters. I was invested in their world before we even got to see Hunter, and his complete and utter lack of chemistry with Fionna, which I thought was hilarious.
So, Alice, can you help my cat or what?
No. My name is Hunter.
God damn it.
And Ellis P was a hoot.
Open your mind.
Delivered that line with more intensity than Morpheus from The Matrix. The episode ends with Cake doing the isekai portal thing through Ice Queen's ice cream cart. And I was delighted. I was so eager to go into episode 2. I had my expectations pretty tempered. I was not that psyched for Fionna and Cake, but wow, this blew all reservations I had about any of this out of the water. After just the first episode, I was so glad this series got to be greenlit, produced, and completed, because that's something a lot of shows aren't even getting these days. By the way, support the writer's strike, everybody. Please support the writer's strike. That will be all for now. I hope you join me in my next video. I'm already trying to get my thoughts on the second episode into video form. As always, gigantic thank you to the people who support this channel on Patreon, and I will catch all of you later.